Hi, my name's Paula.
Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson.
Hey, my name is Cy Williams.
I am extrusion supervisor. I've been working at Hedro for about 10 years now. The reason I like working at Hedro is for the challenges and the opportunities to step up. I first started off in packing, and I was able to move myself up within the first 5 years. I believe it's a great place to work at.
I've been working here since 2011. I really like working for this company here. The department I work in here is dye repair. I've been a dye corrector for like maybe 4.5 years. I love it. I love the people. When we work here, we work safe. We work together as a unit.
I worked here at Hedro approximately 4 months now. I am the plant machinist. Everybody I work with is fantastic. Total mutual respect with all the employees around here. A lot of people are 45-year employees, so to have a company with that many people that are 20, 30, and 40 years, they have to be doing something right.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems. With a corporate office in Yankton and 9 service centers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our smart trailer line. SureCo's smart trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament on KYNT and KYN-TV. This coverage is brought to you by Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, Sherco, the Smith Farm Mutual Insurance, Hedro, First Dakota National Bank, Olson's Pest Technicians, Truxedo, and Yankton Thrive. Now, let's go live to Riverside Field in Yankton.
All right, day 2, game number 8, the finale for day number 2 as well. Yankton has that slot taking on Harrisburg Gold, the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament here in Yankton. I'm Bryce Ladwig. Braden Butler will be joining me in a little bit here on the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. Thank you to all who have joined us all day long on KYN-TV and welcoming in the listeners on KYNT. Of course, KYNT, Yankton's home team, carrying the Yankton home games, or is it the Yankton games of this tournament as well throughout the next few days. Yankton, the number 3 seed in the state tournament. Harrisburg Gold, post 45, number 2 seed. Yankton won their tournament opening game last night, 7-1 versus Renner. Harrisburg won their tournament opening game yesterday afternoon, downing Aberdeen 6-2. Renner would take on Aberdeen earlier today in the elimination bracket, and Aberdeen fell to Renner 8-2, and their state tournament is done. Yankton did face off with Harrisburg Maroon earlier this season, but this is the first time facing off against Gold. And last night, Drew Reichen threw under 80 pitches, so he will be available to throw Saturday if Yankton would make it that far. But tonight it will be Isaiah Skelhaas on the mound for Yankton. Braden Butler will go over a little more of his stats later on in the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. And another quick note, I think I forgot to mention last night, you probably heard it multiple times by it now. This is the first time Yankton has hosted the state tournament since 2011, and I have been amazingly impressed by the turnout of Riverside Field for this entire week event, as well as just the work that has gone into the little projects here and there that really add up. You know, the beautification, I guess you could say. It's already a beautiful ballpark, but a lot of extra effort has gone in, and those people that worked on that, the YBA board mainly, should be recognized for their efforts. Winner of this game moves on to face Sioux Falls East. They just defeated Brookings a game prior, 14-4. That'll be the game tomorrow. The loser of this game faces Rapid City Post 22 in the elimination bracket tomorrow. And game times have been moved tomorrow as well. I'll go over those real quick. And they're doing it to try to combat the heat in the middle of the afternoon when the sun is at its worst. So the initial first game of the day is being pushed back to 10 a.m. And then the 4 o'clock game is going to be, the 12 o'clock game, rather, is going to be pushed to 5 p.m. Try to stay with me. I apologize. It's been a long day for everyone. And then the last game of the evening will be moved back to 7:30. So those are the new times. We'll mention that again in the postgame and probably throughout the broadcast. Again, this is the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. Also want to thank Fairfield Inn. The 2023 South Dakota State Legion Baseball Tournament broadcast booth is sponsored by the Fairfield Inn. Yankton's newest and nicest hotel is now open at 21st and Broadway. And Truxedo. They're looking for you to join their production team. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply. We'll take a break here on the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. Come back and continue getting you ready for first pitch. It is day 2, game number 8 of the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament, Yankton.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC. And those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome in here on the First Dakota National Bank pregame show as I make the intelligent decision to actually turn up my microphone. I'm Braden Butler here on the pregame show. Harrisburg Gold, Yankton Post 12. It's the 2-3 matchup here on day 2 of the 2023 American Legion Class A Baseball State Tournament. Let's review the brackets so far, see how we all got to this point today, and also review the games from today so far, as this matchup between Harrisburg Gold and Yankton is the last one of the evening. The action all got started yesterday morning with a Sioux Falls Post 15 7-2 victory over Harrisburg Post Maroon. Later on in the first session, Harrisburg Gold would defeat Aberdeen 6-2 to advance to this matchup. Renner and Yankton would play in the final game yesterday. Yankton would win that 7-1 to also advance to this matchup. Brookings would defeat Rapid City Post 22. The defending champion Hard Hats were knocked off in the opening round. They are currently still alive in the elimination bracket. Brookings would advance to today to play Sioux Falls East. Now with your games so far today, Renner defeated Aberdeen 8-2 in Game 1, followed by a 14-4 victory for Post 22 out of Rapid City over Harrisburg Maroon. Aberdeen and Maroon have both been eliminated from the tournament. Sioux Falls East would defeat Brookings in the opening game of this session. They are still alive in the championship bracket. They are the only team guaranteed a spot tomorrow's action, that has not yet lost a game. And the winner of this game between Yankton and Harrisburg Gold will go on to go against Sioux Falls East. So you far here your schedule tomorrow. 10 a.m. will be Renner versus Brookings. 5 p.m. will be Rapid City against the loser of this game. And at 7:30 p.m., Sioux Falls East against the winner of this matchup between Yankton and Harrisburg. Of course, it's been mentioned all week, and it will be mentioned again, and it will continue to be mentioned until it's in your dreams at night. KYN TV will have all of these games for you, no matter who you support or if you're just a fan of baseball in general. KYN TV is your home. Let's take a look at this game, specifically starting with some key players. We'll start with Yankton Post 12, some key offensive players to keep an eye on today for them. As always, Lucas Kamshoff and Matthew Sheldon carry big bats. Matthew Sheldon, a .363 batting average, .468 OBP, 30 RBI total on the year, 25 runs scored, 14 walks drawn, 12 stolen bases. He leads in almost every major statistical category for batting, and if he doesn't lead them, it's probably led by Lucas Kamshoff. .353 batting average, .444 OBP, 1.040 OPS, the highest on the team and one of only 2 players above 1.0, the other being Matthew Sheldon. 36 hits, 16 for extra bases, 3 home runs, all lead the team as well for Kamshoff. 29 RBI, 32 runs scored, 12 walks drawn, 12 stolen bases. Big key for both Sheldon and Kamshoff. They are the 3-4 hitters. They will be that again today. Sheldon bats .467 with runners in scoring position. Kamshoff bats .429. They are 2 of 3 players on this team with an over .400 batting average with runners in scoring position, the other being Mac Reichen. Take a look at your starting pitcher previews here. On the mound in this game for Yankton will be Isaiah Skelhaus. Skelly's getting the start. He's had 38 innings pitched so far this year, 5-2 when he's factored into decisions. He's allowed 12 earned runs, 17 walks issued, 22 strikeouts. He carries a 1.39 whip and a 2.21 ERA. batting average allowed, 237. Skelly has been stellar on the mound throughout the year. He has the second most innings pitched throughout the regular season, and he's going to get the start on day 2 of this state tournament, trying to punch Yankton's ticket to the nightcap tomorrow evening. Of course, the winner of this game will take on Sioux Falls East, the number 1 overall seed. We do have the starting lineup for Harrisburg Gold as well, so we can tell you who's going to be on the mound for them, and that's going to be Maddox Plack starting for Harrisburg Gold. He's going to have to go up against a tough Yankton Post-12 lineup, but once you get to the state tournament, all the lineups are tough. That's not really saying much. It's going to be a good day of baseball between these two teams, and we had a chance to preview it a little bit last night following Yankton's win over Renner. That one ended 7-1 in Post-12's favor. Immediately following that game, Bryce Ladwig got the chance to sit down with head coach Drew Lawrence for Yankton Post-12, talk to him a little bit about today's matchup as well as that win last night. We go to that interview now as we have that recording from last night's interview, the post-game interview between Bryce Ladwig and Yankton head coach Drew Lawrence.
You being joined by Coach Drew Lawrence. Coach, congratulations. What a first victory of the state tournament. Hopefully many more to come. But a Renner team that Yankton just faced, a week and a half ago or so. Yep. And it was a blowout that went against Yankton in game 1 and then a nail-biter in that second game. But you couldn't have asked for a better start in this particular state tournament game, could you?
No, we played pretty well. I mean, that was a convincing win. When usually our games are close, I know you've covered a lot of them. That one wasn't really. So that was a convincing win, so that's exactly what we needed to start this state tournament.
Drew Reckon did okay on the mound. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, and that number really stands out because you and I at least 3 different times this season have had this exact conversation about letting his defense behind him do work, pitching to contact, and what a defense that was.
Drew was phenomenal today. I mean, you get through 3 innings and you're only throwing 30 pitches. You get to 5 innings, you're only throwing 51 pitches. I actually thought he was going to be able to go the whole way before we get to 80. So it was weird taking him out there because we usually don't, except we need him to be available on Saturday if we happen to be there. So, yeah, Drew was phenomenal in defense. I mean, I don't think we had any errors. I think we were clean out there, and outfield was great. And Josh at third was phenomenal. He had a bunch of grabs. And, Jace McCorkle behind the dish had a couple of unbelievable plays, popping out and getting it, blocking, doing all that stuff that he usually does. So it was a good team win.
Great contact at the plate, as you already mentioned. Solid base running. That has been one of, I call it the hat trick of Yankton's success. While this lineup can have power, solid hitting, it's the defense, pitching, and aggressive base running that you and I are always talking about.
Yeah, it's just a good group of seniors who understand the game of baseball. We don't have to do too much as far as giving a steal sign or stuff like that. Most of our guys know when they can steal, and then we'll give them a green light maybe at times. But they have free reign because they've earned it. I mean, they've earned it in every sport they've played, that they understand the game that they do play. And then today, we had the first inning was big, having 3 runs, and Renner gave us a couple of outs there with some errors, Rugby scoring on that, and then Cody mashing that ball to center was huge, and then scoring off that triple. That set the tone. If you don't get those 3 runs in the first inning, you don't know what kind of game it is. So it can do anything. It can be, you could lose that game. So that was huge, and then we held on to it and did a really good job.
Harrisburg Gold, they had a heck of an opening round of the tournament as well, defeating Aberdeen earlier in the day. What did you see from them in that matchup? Because I know you're probably watching that game. And then do you have a pitching plan for tomorrow?
As far as Harrisburg goes, they're a good team. Both their teams are good. They can hit. They got velocity on the mound. They'll be a good team. Pitching-wise, I don't. There's a couple plans in place, but I got to talk to the coaching staff and figure out what our plan is, and we'll figure it out either tonight or tomorrow and figure out what we're going to do.
Congrats on the victory, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
That was head coach Drew Lawrence talking to Bryce Ladwig after the victory last night for Yankton Post-12. We're going to take a quick break here on the First Dakota National Bank pregame show. Be back with starting lineups and everything else, and hopefully first pitch right around the corner. Back in 30 seconds here on KYNT, KYN-TV, your official home for the 2023 American Legion State Tournament here in Yankton.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYN-TV. We're getting ready to go for Yankton Post 12 against Harrisburg Gold, the 2-3 matchup in this year's state tournament. We send it over to the PA announcer here at Riverside Field as we're announcing starting lineups. We have a couple more announcements before first pitch.
Batting cleanup, second baseman number 16, Matthew Sheldon. Batting fifth, center fielder number 11, Cody Oswald. Batting sixth, the right fielder number 3, Mac Riken. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 13, Samuel Capshaw. Batting eighth, the catcher number 15, Chase McCorkle. Batting ninth, the third baseman number 6, Josh Sheldon. The starting pitcher number 14, Isaiah Skellhouse. The Bat Boys, Mason Lawrence, Cody Lawrence, and Easton Crowley. Let's hear it for them. And the rest of Yankton Post 12, assistant coaches Jamison Meyer and Trey Greer, and the head coach is Drew Lawrence. And now introducing the home team, the Harrisburg Post 45 Tigers Gold. The leadoff batter, shortstop number 3, Palmer Boyd. Batting second, catcher number 13, Max Carlson. Batting third, the right fielder, number 15, Tegan Muntz. Batting cleanup, third baseman, number 17, Maddox Shear. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 16, Noah Boucher. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 10, Jack Riley. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 11, Tate Larson. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 18, Carter Hoffman. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 8, Cohen Cook. The starting pitcher, number 5, Maddox Plack. And the rest of the Tigers, your assistant coaches, Lincoln Carlson, Tate Fogel, and the head coach of Harrisburg Post 45, Jake Adams. The 3 umpires for Game 8. Behind the plate, Johnny Kirshner. At first base, John Thayer. And at third base, John Whitcraft. At this time, we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. To recite the code, a member of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, Mr. Elton Fleemaster.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good luck tonight, both teams. Beat your game. Maybe sometime that'll cool off a little bit. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck, guys.
And we are back here on KYNT and KYN-TV, the final game of Day 2 of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament here on KYN-TV and KYNT. Of course, we're your exclusive home of every game on our streaming platform, KYN-TV, but all Yankton games will be broadcast as well on KYNT, Yankton's home team, no matter how you slice it. As we bring Bryce Ladwig back in here, as we're getting ready to go here in this one between Harrisburg Gold and Yankton. Bryce, Yankton in the home team dugout, but they will be the road team on the scoreboard. I believe it's the second time this season this has happened. I believe it was the Kyle Mueller Classic against J.C. Brager. We had a similar situation.
Yes, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, Braden. It's going to throw me off all game.
Things are wrong, all right? And the world is just upside down. There's a glitch in the matrix. we need to just go back to bed and start the whole day over.
Well, at least Yankton's in their own dugout that they've had all year. Yeah. So that would throw me off just even more.
Perks of being the host team is, hey, Harrisburg Gold, you're the home team?
We're not giving up our living room.
Too bad. You can sleep on the porch, man.
We got the porch in the basement, but we're taking our living room back. So, no, it's going to be a little different having Yankton lead things off, but hopefully it doesn't affect them any. Baseball is kind of can be a mind game at times, as we both know, and hopefully everything is just settled in for Yankton. A great victory last night versus a really good Renner team that they split with in the regular season. Of course, their first time going up against Harrisburg Gold. And let's see, Bray. This is number 2, number 3. We all season we're talking about getting things that led up to the state tournament, the big moments, right? Kind of framing this postseason for everyone. It's here. And loser goes to the elimination bracket, and winner will advance to face Sioux Falls East, the number 1 team tomorrow. And even if whoever loses this team, Yankton or Harrisburg, taking on Rapid City Post 22. That's going to be your prize for losing this game, is a team that figured things out after dropping their first game of the tournament. Rapid City Post 22 winning earlier today.
Is either game a prize? You either play the hottest team in the American Legion, the top number overall seed, who just won their last game 14-4.
Or the Dynasty.
I guess that counts for both teams, actually, the 14-4 victory. You either play the top seed at Sioux Falls East or historically the most decorated team in Legion baseball in the state of South Dakota. It's a coin flip on which is actually the prize in that scenario.
Rugby Riken will get us led off here for Yankton, taking a strike on the outside. It's an 0-1 count to Rugby. On the mound for Harrisburg, Maddox Plack as Rugby lifts this one foul. Count set to 0-2. You know, we're talking to the voice of Post 22, Hard Hats TV, Braden. Did he mention that Post 22 actually is one of the top 4 decorated Legion teams just in the country in general?
I believe he said they had the 3rd or 4th most state titles in the American Legion nationwide. That's how dominant they have been.
The 1-2 count to Rugby, ducks out of the way. Enough about Post 22, though. Sorry, just kind of we started that door, and I was like, oh, there's a couple more tidbits in there.
You gotta clean out the closet before you can finally shut the door on it.
Harrisburg Yankton, here we go. The 2-2. Rugby fouls this one back into the net. Count remains 2-2.
Rugby was part of that hot start last night against Renner that really got the team going early, and you see if he can get that going again today. He's the leadoff hitter of the entire game, not just for the team. A little different scenario playing at Riverside.
The 2-2, chopped foul. Count remains. And Rugby last night drew a walk, had a triple and a single. So a slow night for the Rugster.
Average Tuesday for Rugby Riken.
that's just a Tuesday. But the 2-2, Plack delivers. Strike on the inside corner. That is a put down as Rugby will take his seat. A leadoff strikeout going on for Plack.
That's one of those 50-50 pitches, and Rugby knew it as soon as the call was made. I don't even know if the umpire made the call before Rugby started shaking his head. He knew that was close, and if you leave a pitch close and put it in the umpire's hands on those corner strikes, and it doesn't go your way, there's not really much you can do about it.
Drew Riken enters the right-hand batter's box, ducks out of the way of the opening pitch. 1-0 count. Enters this game with a 323 average combined, 414 on base. And he gets nailed in the back, and we heard that one on the mic, so that had to hurt, as he will take his bag over at first. Yankton has their first runner on.
And obviously, you always want to for anybody who maybe it's not clear, it's not intentional, obviously, this early in a game. I doubt Drew Riken said anything pregame to warrant that or anything like that. It's just one of those things. It comes back to it being a muggy situation out here. You can lose your grip on the ball pretty easily.
And that brings up the big bat, Lucas Kamshoff, a 353 average, 445 on base. And most importantly, Brandon, these next 4 categories, he leads the team. OPS 1.04, a 36 hit lead, 16 extra base hits, 3 home runs. And he has a 1-0 count, make that 2-0 as the next pitch from Plack. Fastball, a lot of velocity, though, misses on the outside.
He was one of our 2 key offensive players for Yankton coming into this one. It was so hard to choose between him and Matthew Sheldon, and they're 3-4 in the lineup. They were 1-2 in the key players in the pregame, and you can see it right now. Sheldon is in the on-deck circle, and as long as, barring a double play, he will come to the plate in this inning.
And Kamshoff takes a pitch high, and it's a 3-0 count to Lucas Kamshoff. I really want to know if Drew Lawrence will remain a green light for Kamshoff here.
I mean, if anyone's got it, it'd be Kamshoff.
The 3-0. And taking all the way was Kamshoff. 3-1 count. Drew Reichen leading off first. On the season, Drew Reichen, 11 stolen bases, a 73% stolen base percentage. 3-1 misses just low and outside, and Lucas Kamshoff takes his bag at first. Yankton has 2 runners on in the top of the first, and that brings up Matthew Sheldon.
And that puts a runner in scoring position as well for the team leader in RBI with 30 on the year, Matthew Sheldon. 363 batting average, 468 OBP, 1.01 OPS, .467 batting average with runners in scoring position.
And just a line drive out to second base. The flip over to a short. That's a double play. And that ends the Yankton threat. No scores. We enter the bottom of inning number 1. Again, a reminder, Yankton, the away team in this scenario, as the higher seed, or lower seed, however you talk seeds. They are the number 3, Harrisburg the number 2. We'll be back in 1 minute from Riverside Field as the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. Smart Trailer from Sureco is still the most complete line of electric accessories for your grain trailer. Smart accessories such as the 4500 Series HD electric tarp, Pro Trap, and Auto Trap electric hopper doors, and the Drive Max Auger Drive Kit from Sureco both offer convenience and peace of mind for operators. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
And welcome back to Riverside Field. Still no score. Bottom of inning number 1. Bryce Ladwick alongside Braden Butler. And on the mound for Yankton, Isaiah Skelhaus. And that is the first pitch for a strike in there.
Sorry to kind of cut you off there. I don't know why I've made it a gimmick. When you announce me, I wave to the fans that can clearly see me on the radio.
I'll put you in timeout.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And that is an 0-2 count. At the plate, Palmer Boyd, shortstop for Harrisburg Gold. Skelhaus delivers. Tipped back into the net. I know you went over earlier, Braden, but for those just joining us, Isaiah Skelhaus, again, on the mound. And on the season, really has had really good numbers. 1.39 whip, a 2.21 ERA, and a 2.37 batting average against. Has also racked up the second most wins in the team with a 5.
Now, he's had a very good year on the mound. He's one of those things where it's not to say that he hasn't been impressive all year. It's just one of the things where we really noticed the numbers late in the season with him.
The 1-2 laced out to center field. Cody Oswald gets in front of it, and that is a leadoff single for Harrisburg Gold. Palmer Boyd. We'll bring up Max Carlson, catcher for Harrisburg today.
Should say as well with Skelhaus on the mound. Obviously, he started out in right field yesterday. Mac Reichen, I don't know, Max Carlson to the plate, Mac Reichen out in right. A little slip of the tongue, but Mac Reichen is out in right field in his place. Everybody else basically the same as they lined up yesterday. Matt goes out to right, Skelhaus comes onto the mound to start, and Drew Reichen goes to short. And those are the changes.
And a 3.75 batting average entering this game from the playoffs for Max Carlson. That includes the state qualifying playoff series. It's a 1-0 count to Carlson. Skelhaus checks over his shoulder and delivers. And it's 2-0. You know what? Another thing we noticed, Braden, is Skelhaus. You know, he has good stuff. It's not to say he doesn't, but he really is excellent at pitching to contact and really relying on a great Yankton defense behind him. But he puts his defense in great situations by throwing strikes early and making hitters defend the plate so they don't get the best at-bats. And that's what's been useful for him all season. And he's been really just incredible at it. And that is why he is one of the top pitchers in this Yankton rotation. As he is set from the stretch. Again, checks over at the runner, delivers the 2-1. This one is lifted foul. And to the side window of Tell Tanner's vehicle. That's 3 different Broken glass fans.
I love that we're bringing back the gimmick from last night. But as you were saying about Skelhaus, yeah, he pitches to contact very well, gets ahead in counts. He's very aggressive. He's aggressive in attacking the strike zone. He's a lot like Drew Reichen, who we saw yesterday in that same kind of mold where they maybe don't have the power stuff to throw it by you and get you the punch out, as Skelhaus gets the punch out, I should say, but not all the time. But they do very well pitching to contact and letting their defense make plays.
Yeah, Max Carlson set down on strikes. Skelhaus perfectly placed fastball there in the second at-bat of this bottom half of inning number 1. Runner still on first, 1 out, bottom of inning number 1, no score, and Tegan Muntz at the plate for Harrisburg. And he takes the ball, 1-0, and he is the right fielder today for Harrisburg.
And this is the 3-4-5 portion of the Harrisburg lineup. They want to try to move that leadoff hitter, Palmer Boyd, who singled to a scoring position for the 4-5 hitters on deck and in the hole.
Skelhaus checks and delivers. And checks, swing, I believe went off maybe the knob of the bat. Or off any portion of the bat.
I heard a slight ping, so.
Well, after last night, I'm never going to trust myself if a batter was hit or a bat was hit.
It was one of those rare scenarios where it hit the knob of the bat.
And then you ran me over at the buzz and backed over me. And it's pitched to Jason Corkle behind the plate. Runner takes off. There'll be no throw. I think in the transfer, ball got bobbled a little bit by McCorkle. That's a stolen base for Palmer Boyd. And now Harrisburg has the go-ahead run in scoring position. 1 away, bottom of inning number 1. It's a 2-1 count to Tegan Muntz. Skelhaus delivers. Ball fouled back. It's a 2-2.
And Muntz at the plate right now. Maddox Shear on deck. Noah Boucher in the hole. That's your 3-4-5 hitters. And now with that steal as well, with the runner in scoring position, Harrisburg looking to strike early here. Try to build a lead that they can hold on to.
The 2-2 misses low and away, brings the count full. So the payoff pitch upcoming as Palmer Boyd leads off second, 1 away, bottom of inning number 1. And it's another walk issued, this time to Muntz. It's now runners at first and second. That's his first walk actually issued. And runners at first and second for Harrisburg. Brings up Maddox. Maddox Shear. We were both waiting for the pronouncer. I was double checking. Maddox Shear, the third baseman for Harrisburg today, has an opportunity to knock in the go-ahead run. In scoring position at second base. 1 away, bottom of inning number 1. First pitch in his at-bat, low in the dirt. It's a 1-0 count.
And I'll make up for yesterday, Bryce. You were correct earlier when you said it was the second walk issued of the game, because there was a walk issued in the top half of the first to Yankton.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the tap on the shoulder.
That's repayment for your.
That's not degrading at all. I appreciate it.
It's repayment for running you over yesterday. I'm sorry.
Ball misses away, 2-0 count. Skelhaus from the stretch. And delivers. Ball is fouled into the walkway in front of the concessions.
I mentioned earlier that Skelhaus and Reichen are similar in how they pitch with pitching to contact. The pace of their pitching is the main difference between them. Skelhaus a little more deliberate on the mound than Reichen.
The 2-1 misses low and away. McCorkle chases after it. It's 3-1 count. Foul balls are $1 if you bring them to, is it the entrance?
I believe it's the it's either the people at the front.
If you bring it somewhere, someone will eventually give you $1. And the 3-1. That one is launched foul. Probably out of Bob Tereshinski Stadium here next to the river. And I just heard John Winkler, who's running our camera right now, say a Josh Bolter $1. We're going to bring that back around again.
Back around, it never left.
It never left. The payoff pitch to Shearer. And it's a 3-hopper out to left field. Gets by. Harrisburg will send their runner. It's Boyd, but they're going to pick off. They're going to pick off Muntz between second and third. The run does come home, though, in Palmer Boyd. So a base hit from Shearer out to left. Rugby thought about unleashing the cannon at home. I don't think he was going to be able to get Palmer Boyd, Braden, but a smart move, realizing that Muntz was caught between bags, and so they do get what would have been now the lead runner.
Now,
So 2 away.
Very smart play and very well done by Rugby Riken. Can't save the run, but they managed to get an out.
And first pitch to Noah Boucher is sent back into the net. It's an 0-1 count. Boucher, the second baseman for Harrisburg. There's one runner at first in the bottom of inning number 1. It's a 1-0 lead for Harrisburg. Skelhaas at 23 at pitches. Make that 24 as a ball is called inside. It's a 1-1 count.
We mentioned yesterday that the magic number was 80 pitches for pitchers who want to potentially pitch on Championship Saturday. Now with day 2 at 60.
Shearer takes off. McCorkle throws down and won't be in time. Nice throw. I really think that Shearer got a really good jump.
He was there quick, fast, and in a hurry to second base. It was just great timing on the jump and good wheels to get there as well.
Another run, leading off second now, in scoring position. 2 away, bottom of the first. Skelhaus delivers. And Boucher unloads this one down the right field line. It's in fair territory. That will score the run. He heads towards second standing. A RBI double for Noah Boucher. So a 2-0 lead for Harrisburg in the bottom of the first. Isaiah Skelhaus sitting at 25 pitches. Actually, so make that 26. And a little bit of trouble early on here. Luckily, Braden's still the first.
Now, there's still plenty of time to battle out of it. With 2 down in the inning, Skelly just needs 1 to go back to the dugout, reset a little bit to come out for a second.
Designated hitter Jack Riley takes a strike on the outside. Jack Riley in the playoffs. Is that a little rougher go of it? Just a 750 batting average. So
a rougher go of it. I believe 6 for 8 through the playoffs. It's the 2 state qualifier games and then the opening game yesterday. It's just a tough day at the office for him, batting 750.
He's at an 0-2 count. And sends this one straight back. So count remains. Yes, I did it, Braden. It's just like when that thing goes off, like, everybody clap your hands. I have to, okay? It doesn't matter.
Clap your hands.
And the 0-2 is unloaded out to left. Rugby gets behind it, and that all-state quarterback arm fires it back into the infield. Keeps the runner at third, but runners are at the corners now for Harrisburg. Still 2 away, and Harrisburg still leading 2-0. We have a mound visit from Coach Drew Lawrence, head coach of Yankton Post 12. And while he talks to the team, we will go over some of our sponsors. I want to thank them. And we'll start with First Dakota National Bank. Great banking is built on trust, and trust takes time. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. And to Smith Farm Mutual Insurance. To Smith Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. All right, again, your rundown. 2-0 lead for Harrisburg. They have 2 runners on at the corners with 2 away. And at the plate, Tate Larson. I got lost in my homework there, Braden. Tate Larson.
It's easy to get lost sometimes. They made an entire TV show about it.
All right, and the 1-0 hits Tate Larson in the back. He's hit by a pitch. So now the bases are loaded for Harrisburg. Everyone in this broadcast booth all did the exact same thing, and I'll repeat it for everyone.
Wouldn't be the first time. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But anyway, we go to Carter Hoffman in the left-hand batter's box. And a strike called on the outside. It's an 0-1 count. Left-handed hitter. First baseman for Harrisburg has an opportunity to really break this open here early in the first. Bases loaded for gold post 45. And off-speed pitch misses on the outside. It's a 1-1. And the 1-1 from Skelhaus. Hit out toward left. Tracking is Cody Oswald. Rugby, they're both going to chase after it. Neither are going to get to it. Hits the warning track, hits the fence. 1 run comes across. Make that 2. Here comes the third. A 3 RBI double for Carter Hoffman in Harrisburg. Now leading Yankton 5-0 in the bottom of the first. What a hit out toward left center. I was worried for our camera for a moment. Not really, but I just wanted to mention that.
Always got to mention the camera.
It
was a great hit. Way to almost completely clear the bases on that 3 RBI double by Hoffman. I did notice a little bit of movement in the Yankton dugout as well. I believe Mark Cottle and Samuel Kamshoff are heading over to the bullpen. I believe Cottle's the one warming up.
And now Cohen Cook, the left fielder for Harrisburg. He has runner scoring position in Hoffman. And ball misses low, 1-1.
And for those who watched the game or listened to the game last night, Cottle did come in relief in that one, but he pitched under 30 pitches, so he's eligible to return today. But no matter what, if he enters this game, he would have to be off at least for tomorrow.
So you're saying he can come in today, but no matter what, if that happens,
he has to be out for at least 1 day. You can't pitch 3 days in a row.
All right. I do depend on you for that because it's a lot of math. And you were a math major for a semester.
I wasn't the one that brought it up this time.
Well, I know. We have to mention that's a quota. We have to hit it. Once per broadcast. That's a 1-2 count. And Cook lifts this one high in the sky. Mac Reichen out and right. Works his way under it. To his left. Webbs it. That's the third out, but the damage has been done. Harrisburg puts 5 on the board to end the first inning. We go to the top of inning number 2. Yankton bats trying to answer. This is the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament, Yankton.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
All right, Yankton trying to answer here in the top of inning number 2. Yankton trailing 5-0 versus Harrisburg here at Riverside Field, the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. In the first inning for Yankton offensively, it was Rugby Reichen striking out. Drew Reichen was hit by a pitch, and Lucas Kamshoff walked, but it was Matthew Sheldon who lined out to second base and then turned into a double play, which will bring up Cody Oswald. You know, maybe a Yankton buck, Braden, but he runs like a gazelle, just full of grace out in center field.
I'm sorry, I was distracted for a moment. It was a great analogy. It was absolutely amazing. It perfectly describes Cody Oswald, but I was distracted for a moment because I realized Mac Reichen's on deck, and his name is not on my score sheet. I forgot to write him down.
Cody Oswald hits this one right back to the pitcher and is thrown out, so it'll be a 1-3 put out. And that brings up Mac Reichen. I'll let Braden correct his score sheet here. Fun fact, Mac Reichen went on a super hot streak the latter half of the Legion season, batting .448 with runners in scoring position. That's not the case now, but you never know when you'll remember to tell someone a stat. So there it is. And first pitch of his at-bat is a ball, misses 1-0. And next pitch is a chopper over to a third, charging Shearer. And nice throw over to a first. Charges to his left and gets Mac Reichen a 5-3 put out. And that will bring up designated hitter Samuel Kamshoff. Plays baseball at Dakota State. Came up through the Yankton ranks and graduated. Had a summer birthday. Gets to enjoy one last season of post-12 Legion baseball.
You know he'd love to go out with a championship as well.
Wouldn't hurt. Samuel Kamshoff enters this. .238 average on the season. .360 on base. .693 OPS. Stolen base percentage rating of 100%. Just one, but still.
Hey, I'd rather be 1 for 1 than 0 for 1.
First pitch misses a ball. Next pitch misses on the outside as well. It's a 2-0 count to Samuel Kamshoff. And peeking in, Maddox Plack to his catcher, Carlson. Misses 3-0. Yankton just needs to string together a couple of at-bats. We've seen that all season, Braden. This team can get on a hot streak just like any team. And Kamshoff swings at the 3-0. It's in fair territory off the glove of Shear over at third. Kamshoff will reach first. It was a tough play, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be an E5 being levied out in the scorebook.
We'll see when the official scorebook updates. It's just off the glove of Shear over there at third base. It would be a tough throw to make across the diamond, but he's shown some flash in the arm so far, so he could have made that throw across.
And that brings up Jace McCorkle as a throw over to get Kamshoff isn't in time. And out Plack. It's a strike on the inside to McCorkle.
It is officially ruled an E5 on Shear.
Thank you. McCorkle the 0-1. He lifts this one out to center. Base hit, Yankton. Kamshoff goes to second. McCorkle rounds first. He'll obviously stop there. And Yankton has 2 runners on for Josh Sheldon. Batting last in the lineup today. But just like we've said all year also, Brady, you can put any of these Yankton bats almost anywhere in the lineup.
And Josh Sheldon, like you mentioned, batting 9th, but that's not a knock on his abilities. Just under 260 batting average, 381 on base percentage, 695 OPS. He's got 18 hits on the year, 9 runs scored. He's walked 10 times. He's got a couple stolen bases as well with 100% stolen base percentage.
And the 1-1 to Josh Sheldon. And he gets a little under this one. He'll pop up into the infield. Work his way under it is Hoffman for the third out. So a P3 in the scorebook ends the Yankton at bat. It's a 5-0 lead for Harrisburg entering the bottom of inning number 2 here from Riverside Field, the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament in Yankton.
Enjoy some Yankton hospitality at the brand new Fairfield Inn and Suites. As the newest hotel in Yankton, you'll have a comfortable, relaxing stay in modern rooms. For business travelers, Fairfield is a perfect place to rest after a long day of work or use their meeting room for small meetings. Families can enjoy indoor pool, and they'll love that Fairfield is close to Yankton attractions. Plus, there's plenty of parking for your boat or camper. And finally, fuel up for the day with our fresh, hot, and healthy breakfast. To reserve a room, go online to Marriott.com or call direct 605-653-2250.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYN TV. Working on some defensive changes out in the field. And we were discussing that as we were coming back from break, so our apologies getting here just a couple moments late. Josh Sheldon now out on the mound for Yankton Post 12. He moves in from third base. Skelhaus, who started on the mound, will move out to right field. Mac Reichen will move from right field to second base. Second baseman Matthew Sheldon will move to third base. Also of note, Isaiah Skelhaus will now bat 7th in the lineup in place of Samuel Kamshoff, who we saw just reach base in that last half inning.
So I'll tell you this, Braden. We do football, basketball, volleyball, soccer, baseball. Did I say softball? Anyway, multiple sports is what I'm trying to say, right? One of the number one things that freaks me out as a broadcaster, it reminds me of when I was in school and they had the word problems. Like if Tim traveled at 37 miles per hour for this long, those word problems. Mm-hmm. when lineup changes like that happen.
So it's if Josh is now at pitcher and
Yeah,
Max
exactly.
at second, where's Matthew?
So my brain freezes and I look at my square book and just put a sad face and just throw it away. Joking. We got it all figured out, but thank you for catching us up. Josh Sheldon on the mound. We'll go over his numbers in a moment. And that right now, Palmer Boyd at the plate. Single to open things up for Harrisburg. And the 1-1 is sent out and to the concrete right in front of the batters' cages.
Looking at those numbers for Josh Sheldon on the mound, 31 innings pitched, which is the third most on the team. He's got 3-2 record when he factors into the decision, 16 strikeouts. He has a whip of 2 even and a 4.26 or 4.29 ERA.
And a dribbler out to left gets by Drew Reichen at short. That'll be another single for Palmer Boyd. So back-to-back innings and back-to-back hits for the shortstop. That brings up Max Carlson. He struck out in his first at-bat.
Second inning starts the same way as the first, and I know for a fact Yankton does not want the rest of the inning to continue that way. Palmer Boyd, just the epitome of a leadoff hitter so far, back-to-back singles.
Showing bunt, pulling back is Carlson.
You can already see Josh Sheldon rubbing his right hand on the leg of his pants. It's a muggy day out there. You're going to sweat, and you're going to get your hands a little clammy pretty early, and it makes it hard to grip that baseball.
The 1-0, two-hopper, Drew Reichen up with it. Flip over to second. The throw over is not in time. Kamshoff. Mac Reichen came in, kind of the brother connection, but just too fast down the line was Carlson. And honestly, the ball took a while to get to Drew over at short as well. So it'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice.
And Drew Reichen threw that from his knees as well, deep in the hole at shortstop. So difficult to make that turn. So it's going to go as a 6-4 fielder's choice in the books, but good play in the middle infield by the Reichens.
And that brings up Tegan Muntz. Drew a walk in his first at-bat. And the 1-0 from Sheldon. Delivers high. It's a 2-0 count to Muntz. And a strike on the outside. 2-1 count to Muntz. Sheldon trying to battle back here on the mound.
Judging from where McCorkle's been setting up most of this at-bat, Sheldon trying to work that outside part of the plate.
And runner takes off. McCorkle, the throw down to second is a nice throw, but just not in time. The speed from Carlson gets there in time. So now another run in scoring position for Harrisburg. One away, bottom of inning number 2. It's a 5-0 lead for Harrisburg here at Riverside Field. The final game of day 2 of the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Now Muntz set to take the 3-1 pitch from Sheldon. Hard hit out to left field, just off the glove of Drew Reichen. Rugby will come up with that. He'll send to the infield. That'll be an RBI single for Tegan Muntz. 6-0 lead for Harrisburg here in the bottom of inning number 2.
With that RBI single and the walk earlier for Muntz, he's now 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI and a walk drawn.
And final numbers for Skelhaus as we go over that quick. He had pitched 1 inning, 39 pitches, had 5 hits, and 5 runs all earned, and 1 strikeout. So I was going over my scorecard. We usually do that. So 0-1 now to Maddox Shearer. He had the first RBI of the game, a single. Knocked that first run in back in the first, way back in the first. It's a 1-1 count now to Shearer.
Should say about Skelhaus, it's a rare off night for him, but under 45 pitches thrown, which means he'd be eligible to come back Friday to pitch at the earliest for Yankton.
And foul ball behind us. And that is actually really good news because, as you mentioned, an off night, a very rare off night. So just kind of reload him and see what happens if they choose to use him later on in the tournament, which I would presume they would. And it's a 1-2 count to Shearer. And it's a strikeout for Josh Sheldon. Fastball high and away, caught the outside edge. And that is the first strikeout of the game for Josh Sheldon on the mound. And that brings up Noah Boucher.
Boucher had an RBI double in his first at-bat, looking to replicate that here.
His double hugged the right field line, but in fair territory. Well-placed hit. First pitch from Sheldon. Curveball hits it for a strike on the outside, 0-1.
Boucher, the second baseman, carries a little bit of pop in that bat as well, so keep an eye on it.
And ball misses on the outside. It's a 1-1. Sheldon checks the runner over at first. Now delivers. Hit right up the middle. Diving attempt for Mac Reichen. Gets out into center field. Another base hit for Harrisburg. 2 runners on for Harrisburg Gold.
Good effort in the middle of the field, but it was a better placed ball by Boucher. Now he's got a single and a double in the first 2 innings, plus that RBI. He's rolling himself early.
And that brings up Jack Riley. Single back in the first. Designated hitter for Harrisburg.
We were talking about him leading off this, or when he first came up to bat in the first inning. He was 6 for 8 in the playoffs. Now he's 7 for 9, trying to increase that, I believe. Now, it's been a while since I've done the math for a living. But
Since that semester?
Since that semester. But I think it puts him over an 800 batting.
Since that semester you majored in math back in college. Anyone from Harrisburg tuning in is like, what's going on? And the 1-0. Sheldon checks the runner back at second. Now delivers. Misses high. And Riley has a 2-0 count at the plate. Good crowd out there on the right field fence line past the warning track. The crowd has gathered. And 2-0 misses high and in 3-0.
There's actually a connection to Harrisburg High School and my freshman year of college. One of my instructors my freshman year was a grad student at USD, and once she graduated, she started teaching at Harrisburg. I met her during the state soccer game last year for the Gazelles against Harrisburg.
We'll get a shot of that crowd over in right field here momentarily for you. Just a great night of baseball at Riverside Field. Ball foul tip back to the backstop. And it's a 3-2 count to Jack Riley.
They're kind of congregated by that 351 sign where those trees, they provide a lot of shade over there, those trees do, but with the sun dipping, the entire right field is in the shade right now.
You know, Sheldon, the amount of communication that goes on in this booth when the mics are silent is incredible. And the payoff pitch misses high, and that is a walk to Jack Riley. And the bases are loaded for Harrisburg. 2 away in the bottom of inning number 2. Harrisburg with a 6-0 lead over Yankton. Harrisburg 8 hits so far in the game.
8 hits. We're only in the second inning. We're only technically 1 2/3 innings into this ball game, and they have been sensational at the plate. They've jumped on it early, and they've built a commanding lead.
And chopper over to third base. And head coach Jake Adams with the grab over in the third base coaching box.
Very well played. Very good scoop throw back to Josh Sheldon in a hurry as well.
I mean, he's no Drew Lawrence over there in that box, but I'll tell you, it was good fielding. Of course, all season. I started to tally, if you remember that, Braden, earlier on, how many big plays he had over in that box. Well, I lost that.
Well, you were my source on that one because I wasn't keeping it, unfortunately.
36.
This is what I get for trusting you, I guess.
Bases loaded for Harrisburg. Tate Larson at the plate. Check swing. And going to be called a strike at the plate. And it's a 1-2 count.
I don't know if it clipped the bottom of the zone or he just didn't check up enough. I think he went around enough to get that call.
And Larson was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. And a strikeout for Josh Sheldon. Gets Tate Larson swinging over it. And that will end the Harrisburg second inning. It looks worse than it really was. Just 1 run in that bottom half. But 8 total hits with the score 6-0 Harrisburg. Yankton bats coming up in the top of the third here at Riverside Field, the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
6-0 lead for Harrisburg here at Riverside Field, entering the top of inning number 3. For those just tuning in on KYNT or KYNTV, Yankton the away team in this scenario as number 3 seed, Harrisburg Gold the number 2 seed. As we've done all regular season for Yankton Post-12 Legion baseball, the next few innings I'll be here around for color, but I'm going to kick play-by-play over to Braden Butler.
The middle inning menace. Yeah, that one's not going to stick. Anyway,
no, I actually like it.
Maybe it will stick. I might have just pigeonholed myself, but I digress. As Bryce mentioned, it is a 6-0 ball game here in Yankton. Post-12 trying to get the bats going. They got their leadoff hitter, Rugby Riken, at the dish, trying to get this rally started.
John liked it too.
I appreciate it. Of course, John Winkler, voice of the Pierre Governors, Pierre Athletics, and KCCR out of Pierre, obviously, coming down and joining us.
This is entertaining.
I'm trying my best. We do have a baseball game going on, I promise, as that is the first strike to Rugby Riken from Maddox Plack. Plack's had 2 very good innings. There's been a couple base runners on, but he's stranded them all. Only 1 hit allowed to Yankton so far. Now he's ahead 1-2 in the count to Riken as he takes that one for strike. One-two on its way from Plack. Swung on by Riken. He gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Do want to mention that this broadcast is brought to you by Sherco, proud supporter of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. We need to be sure. Make it Sherco. We go for the 1-2, part 2. That one inside for ball 2. Now it's a 2-2 count to leadoff man Rugby Riken. Drew Riken on deck. Lucas Kamshoff in the hole. That's your 3-batter minimum for post 12. Matthew Sheldon waiting in the wings if it gets to him. 2-2 pitch. Low and away. Ball 3. Count goes full to Rugby. Riken struck out in his first at-bat. I believe Cooper Grotenheis started the chirping in the Yankton dugout as this one is chopped to the second baseman. Takes one big hop, takes the second hop, and gets past the glove. Rugby going to be safe at first, but he took a big turn like he wanted second. That was in the shallow infield. Didn't even get to the, or shallow outfield, excuse me. Didn't even get to the natural grass, and he still wanted second for a moment.
I didn't step on you, but I did chuckle on you, and I'm sorry about that. But we both saw Rugby turn the corner, and I think he really thought about it hard. I don't think it was just a wide turn. It's Rugby Riken we're talking about.
Well, you got to get the run started early, and why not cause chaos on the base paths? We've mentioned all season that's what Rugby Riken has been known for. That brings Drew Riken to the plate, hit by pitch in his first at-bat. And then he's going to be hit by a pitch again, I believe. It's going to say it clipped off his biceps, slipping by him.
You always say it's not personal. It's becoming personal for Drew Riken.
Once is an accident. Twice, interesting.
Nah,
I'm still not going to, it's still not personal, obviously. Plack has been working the inside for most of these batters so far to Yankton. It's been something that him and his catcher behind the plate for Harrisburg, Max Carlson, have been working that inside half. And unfortunately, sometimes it slips in and you get to take first base. Anyway, it brings up Lucas Kamshoff. Reached on a walk in his first at-bat. So the third batter to make a trip to the plate for Yankton Post 12. The first 2 are currently on base, each of them getting a free base. Or excuse me, Rugby, I don't know if it was ruled an error. I haven't checked the official score sheet yet, but reached on contact made.
It was a single.
It was a single, good. Reached on a single, and then obviously Drew Riken hit by pitch, and now that brings up Kamshoff, who walked in his first at-bat. Kamshoff takes that one for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count here. As I was trying to gather my bearings, there's been 3 pitches thrown to Kamshoff.
For any batter in this tournament that hits our camera, out in left center. Josh Bolter will give you $5.
I'll give you a high five, but I will be very sad. That one inside again, still trying to work that inner half.
Terms are subject to change.
It's a 3-1 count now to Lucas Kamshoff. Terms subject to change, and that change would be when Josh Bolter finds out we're giving away his dollars. Black steps off as Reichen was taking a lead at second. Should say Rugby Reichen. There's 2 Reichens on the base pads. Talking about rugby and causing chaos in this entire Yankton Post 12 lineup. That one bounces low and away. Ball 4. Lucas Kamshoff will take first base, and that will load the bases with the best bat so far this season statistically at bringing runs home. Matthew Sheldon, 30 RBI on the years. He leads the team in that category. Looks like we're going to get a mound visit here.
And this is perhaps, we'll look back right in, one of the biggest moments of the game for Yankton. You know, you got the bases loaded, no one out. Harrisburg came out of the gate on fire offensively. And Yankton didn't. And now is the opportunity for Yankton to just get some runs up on the board, make this thing interesting early. It's obviously you have plenty of time to still come back from a 6-0 deficit, but you just can't allow any more runs. You can't let it get any bigger. So chomping into that lead right now would be huge.
Especially, best case scenario obviously is Matthew Sheldon sends it over the fence for Yankton. That's the best case scenario for them.
The best case scenario is a grand slam. Yes, statistically, that is the best case scenario.
But what you're hoping here for Post 12 with 2 runners in scoring position, you got 3 outs still to work with. If you can get at least 2 of those runs across home plate, cut a third of the lead off of the scoreboard, that could really prove fruitful here as you're trying to get through these middle innings. We'll see what Sheldon has here. First pitch to him is away, ball 1. This broadcast is brought to you by Dakota Archery. If you're visiting the Yankton area, stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Black comes set, working out of the stretch. Swing and a miss there from Sheldon. Had a little bit of cut on it seemed like, going outside the zone, away from Sheldon. So he couldn't find a piece of it. 1-1 count to the cleanup hitter. Cody Oswald on deck, Mac Reichen in the hole. Sheldon gets a piece of this one. A little late and a little under. I think I was going to tip foul down the first base line, head into the concourse area. I see 3 children running after that ball. They know it's worth $1. Hopefully nobody fights over it. There'll be plenty to go around. There's been a lot of foul tips so far through this state tournament, and assumably plenty more to come over the next few days. 1-2 to Sheldon from Plack. That one's up high around the eyes of Sheldon, so we'll take that for ball 2.
Sheldon on the season, 467 average runners in scoring position.
2-2 pitch to Sheldon. That one misses the zone, ball 3. It's going to go to a full count. You know, Sheldon wants to add to his RBI total, wants to add to his hit total. But he wouldn't mind walking home a run either. 3-2, Sheldon back up the middle. This one underneath of it is the center fielder. He gloves it, fired in. Runner coming from third is Rugby Reichen. No play at the plate. Rugby Reichen will score. Sac fly RBI for Matthew Sheldon, his 31st of the season. Makes it a 6-1 ball game as Yankton is on the board.
You know, Cody Oswald also has been known to be able to hit the ball in the gaps. That would be huge for Yankton.
Yeah, this is the part of the order you want up in this scenario. With obviously with Lucas Kamshoff when he was batting third, he walked to get on base. Matthew Sheldon with that sac fly RBI. Cody Oswald, your 5-hole hitter. Mac Reichen as well, batting in the 6-hole. We talked about how he had that hot start to July and cooled off a little bit since, but still having a good month and a good season. First pitch to Oswald is outside the zone, ball 1. Plack has been very efficient early on here, has a bit of a trouble spot in the 3rd inning, but was stellar in the first 2. Trying to get back to that form as he misses again, ball 2. Plack taking his time getting back to the rubber. Setting up on the left side of the rubber with his right plant foot for the right-handed thrower. Checks the runner a second, now comes home. That one clips the outside part of the plate to the left-handed Oswald. That makes it a 2-1 count. Plack a little quicker to the mound this time. He's already come set. Checks runner at second. Checks him again. Not a third time. Comes home. Swung on by Oswald. This one's going to be a base hit into the right field gap. Gloved by the right fielder on the ground, but that is going to hold the runner at third. Good throw out from right field. Holding Drew Reichen at third base. Tegan Muntz making the play out in right field, potentially saving a run, but that does load the bases for Yankton.
For a second, a microsecond, Braden, I was thinking, like, oh, they're going to hold him, kind of like almost a disappointment, right? But then I realized how out Drew Reichen would have been on that throw. So good thing I am not the one sending him.
He would have been not even a regular mile, country mile. Mac Reichen puts this one on the ground, bouncing ball down the third base line, just a tick foul. Baseball once again, game of inches.
Yeah, that was close, a little over the bag. And sure, we have live stream, we have different angles, but I don't know if we have that kind of close up. It was close.
Now we got a good array of camera angles, but we don't have quite the production power of your ESPNs and Fox Sports of the world. That one low and away, ball one.
I knew we forgot to install our third base camera.
We haven't installed our
field level.
We haven't installed our field level 4K ultra slow motion camera yet for replays yet. My bad. 1-1 pitch to Reichen, swung on and missed. Makes it a 1-2 count. There's only one down in the inning. Mac Reichen here wants to put a ball in play. Preferably one that avoids the double play ball. Trying to bring that run home from third. Maybe Kamshoff home from second as well. 1-2 pitch to Reichen, left high, ball two. Mac Reichen grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. Isaiah Skelhaus on deck for Samuel Kamshoff. Jace McCorkle in the hole. 2-2, low and away, ball three. Makes it a full count once again here. This time to Mac Reichen. See what juice Mac has here, or if Plack could shut him down on the mound. As I mentioned, Plack absolutely flew through the first two innings. Now he's in a bit of a trouble spot here in the third. 3-2 pitch. This was going to be a base hit between the shortstop and the third baseman. One run is going to come across the score. Kamshoff coming home, legs churning, dives in head first, and he's safe at home as well. Trying to get a runner at second, and I believe, no, they're going to call him safe. Almost got Cody Oswald at second. 2 runs scored, 2 RBI single for Mac Reichen. And as of right now, Cody Oswald safe at second.
I don't know if they can overturn this. I mean, I guess they could, Braden, but the call was made in front of the official. But I agree. I think that he may have been taken out. But, you know, it was a close play over there at the bag. But most importantly, Yankton gets another couple runs in.
Yeah, 2 runs come across. They've cut the lead in half in the top half of inning number 3. It is now 6-3. Harrisburg Gold head coach conferring with the third base umpire. Judging from his reaction, he's not getting the call he would have preferred. It was a close play at second. I had my eyes on home plate. There are 2 runners on now for Yankton post 12. Apologize for not being able to provide more in-depth analysis on that play at the second base bag. I had my eyes on home plate, so I thought that would be where the play was with Kamshoff turning after third. Runners on first and second. Isaiah Skelhaus, his first at-bat of the game. He's going to lay down a bunt back to the pitcher. It's going to go to the pitcher, Plack. Second baseman trying to cover Skelhaus. Does he beat it out? He does not. He's called out at first. Almost beats it out, does Isaiah Skelhaus. But he is going to be sat down, does advance the runners 90 feet with the bunt, and that brings up Jace McCorkle with runners on second and third, 2 down in the inning.
Another close play at the bag. And I mean close. We've had back-to-back close plays, Braden.
Call those each razor thin. First pitch to McCorkle here, his second at-bat of the game. He singled in his first. First pitch to him was a ball. Second pitch bounces in front of the plate. Good block by Carlson behind the dish, saving the run from third. Oswald was loaded up, ready to take off if that ball got away from him. 2-0 to McCorkle. That one clips the inside part of the zone. Strike one, 2-1 count now to the catcher. Swing and a miss there for McCorkle for strike number 2. 2-2 count. Ball gets away from the pitcher. Cody Oswald coming home. Throw down. Throw's going to get there in time. Cody lowered the shoulder trying to get to home plate, but Max Carlson.
I think they just threw Cody Oswald out.
I think they did.
No, I mean out of the game.
I think they did throw him out for lowering the shoulder at home plate. I believe that is a rule in Legion baseball, but be unfortunate. That's a tough piece to lose for Yankton Post 12 as Cody Oswald was trying to make a play at the plate to bring another run across. We'll have the official Drew Lawrence, head coach for Yankton Post 12, trying to plead his case. We'll have the official ruling when we come back with the bottom of inning number 3. This is the 2023 American Legion State Tournament here on KYNT, KYN-TV in Yankton. Back in 60 seconds.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Head coach Drew Lawrence still pleading his case for the safety of Cody Oswald in this game, but I don't believe he's going to get it. That was a hard play at the plate. Having the benefit of the replay and then also talking to other people up in the booth, it is enough to warrant an ejection from the umpires. Drew Lawrence, keep making that mistake, my apologies, now has a sheet out talking to the home plate official. We get the official changes for Yankton. Mac Reichen moving out to center field in place of Oswald. And that's what I was waiting for. The new second baseman will be Easton Nelson. As he moves in, made his senior Legion debut earlier this season. Played shortstop in that game, will continue in the middle infield. First pitch of the bottom half inning number 3 is skied out to Mac Reichen. Welcome to your new position, kid, and he gloves it out in center field for the first out. That was Carter Hoffman. Had a 3 RBI double in his first at-bat, now flies out in his second. That brings up Cohen Cook, the left fielder. Cook flew out to right field in his first at-bat. More changes being made on my score sheet. I almost feel like I should just start a new one because I messed up from the beginning and now all the switches that have been made.
You know how I feel about mine already.
That ball gets away from the catcher McCorkle as it's a pitch that bounced in the opposite batter's box by Josh Sheldon. And mine was disheveled to say the least from the get-go. It's only gotten worse. 1-0 pitch from Josh Sheldon. This one tipped out left field. Didn't sound like a hard contact, but it is near the left field fence and gone. Cohen Cook sends that one to the trees down around the left field fence for another run for Harrisburg Gold. Puts them up 7-3. Cook is going to come home, touch home plate, and break it down with his teammates. Big stomp on home plate for Cook. He's fired up, and so is his team. They lead 7-3 over Yankton.
Well, just like in football, basketball, braided baseball, momentum goes to each dugout. And right now it's back. It was firmly in Harrisburg to start this thing, and then Yankton took full control. And now Harrisburg seems to have that momentum in their side right now.
They say old momentum is a fickle man. He has changed dugouts once again as it's all with Harrisburg Gold now. 7-3 they lead. First pitch off the plate, ball 1 to Palmer Boyd, who has a pair of singles in this game.
What?
You never heard of old Mo? He's a fickle man, that momentum. Anyway, 2-0, or excuse me, 2-0 is the count. 2 balls, no strikes as that one misses outside of the plate. I'm looking around for approval in this booth, and I'm getting none of it. Has nobody heard of momentum? Dang it, whatever.
We're all looking at you, Braden.
I was ahead of my time. All right. 7-3 is your score after that home run from Cohen Cook. That one is a ball 3 to Palmer Boyd. 3-0 count now. See if Boyd has a green light here. If he's taken all the way, it's got to be a middle ball for him to swing at it. He takes that swing at it and drives it into left field. That's going to be the 3rd straight single for Palmer Boyd here in the 3rd inning. He has batted in every inning so far, and he has a hit in every inning. Boyd could be the 8th run on the board if Carlson or someone else in this lineup is able to bring him around. Max Carlson now to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Reached on a fielder's choice in his second. First pitch to him misses the zone, ball 1 for Josh Sheldon. The 1-0 from Sheldon, swung on this one right at Matthew Sheldon at third. Hot shot to the third baseman. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and he had the golden glove to snag that one.
Usually it's Josh Sheldon over there making those kind of plays.
And with Josh Sheldon moving to the mound, there's still a Sheldon at third. And we talk about the Riken family tree, obviously the Sheldon brothers, successful as well. Lucas and Samuel Kamshoff, another pair of family members who are on this post-12 team. .0 is the count as the first pitch missed for ball 1 to Tegan Muntz. Muntz sends this one out to left field. It's another high drive to the left field fence. Rugby Riken giving chase, bounces, one hops off the wall. Riken gloves it in front of the 324 sign, gets it into Drew Riken, but not before Muntz has a double. So he's standing at second base. Palmer Boyd on third, and that brings up Maddox Shear.
So this is why Harrisburg is number 2 seed.
This is a Harrisburg Gold team that we have not had the privilege, and I'm using that word very, very poignantly. It is a privilege to watch this team play. They have been sensational so far. We've not had the privilege to see them this season on KYNT, KYN TV, and they're showing their muscle right now as the number 2 overall seed. That one low and away, ball 1 from Sheldon.
Yeah, only time we saw them was yesterday when they defeated Aberdeen.
This one popped up behind the plate. McCorkle rips the mask off. I was still in regular season mindset, but yes, you are correct. They were on KYN TV literally yesterday. I ran camera for that game. I filmed it and forgot it happened a little bit. But it was a great game for them yesterday. Another good win. As that one is high and tight. Maybe off the earpiece of the helmet to Maddox Shear. A little chin music sends him to first base. He looks like he's all right, though. That caught him. If it hit him in the head, it was all off the helmet, and he's fine. It's always a scary moment when those pitches come in high and tight. It looks like Drew Riken, the shortstop, wants to take a moment to talk to his pitcher, Josh Sheldon. Noah Boucher at the plate. We got a little break in the action. Should remind you that this coverage of this game is brought to you by one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. That's Hedro. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Sent out to right field here immediately for Noah Boucher. Skelhaas giving chase near the right field line. Sliding grab made, ends the inning. But more damage is done on the solo moonshot from Cohen Cook over the left field fence. One run comes across. Couple runners stranded on base for Harrisburg Gold. It's 7-3 as we go to the top of inning number 4. Yankton trying to battle back. Think a couple more of our sponsors, including Olson's Pest, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Also, Truxedo. They're looking for you to join their production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply. And lastly, the Fairfield Inn. The 2023 South Dakota State Legion Baseball Tournament broadcast booth is sponsored by Fairfield Inn, Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, now open at 21st and Broadway. We'll be back with the top of inning number 4. Yankton Post 12 bats are on deck when we come back in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYN TV.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
We come back here on KYNT and KYN-TV, and I'm still unappreciated in this booth. This is Braden Butler, joined by Bryce Ladwig. We go to the top of inning number 4 between Harrisburg Gold and Yankton Post 12. Jason McCorkle leading off for Yankton. Be Maddox Plack still on the mound, it looks like, for Harrisburg Gold. 7-3 your score line. The number 2 seeded Harrisburg leading the number 3 seeded Yankton Post 12. 11 hits for Harrisburg, only 4 for Yankton. First pitch to McCorkle, the leadoff man, inside for ball 1. Somebody out there has to know about Mo, man. I'm telling you. The 1-0 to McCorkle. That one finds his own for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now to the catcher. This one on the ground to the shortstop, gloved at short. McCorkle trying to beating out to first, but it's going to get there just in time. Good throw from short and good scoop at first as Palmer Boyd and Carter Hoffman hook up to complete that 6-3 putout. That sets down Jace McCorkle and brings in Josh Sheldon.
Pitcher number 6, Josh Sheldon.
See what Josh Sheldon has here. Popped out to the first baseman in his last at-bat. The 1-0 to Sheldon. This is inside for ball 2. Back-to-back balls to Josh Sheldon. He had a 3-run top of the third as Sheldon pops this one up. Shallow outfield on the right side, and that's going to be gloved by the second baseman for the out. Noah Boucher getting underneath that one. Boucher's had a good day at the plate. Now flexing the glove out in the field a little bit as well. Brings up the leadoff man, Rugby Reichen. Drew Reichen on deck, Lucas Kamshoff in the hole. Already 2 down in the inning. No guarantee we get that far. Reichen on the ground. That's going to get through past the third baseman and the shortstop. Perfectly placed ground ball bounces through for a base hit. There's a single for Rugby Reichen, and it brings up Drew Reichen. Drew has been hit by pitch twice in this game.
The shortstop number 4, Drew Reichen.
So he's 0 for 0, but he's been on the bases twice. Not in the most comfortable way possible. That one just high, ball 1. Lucas Kamshoff on deck. Matthew Sheldon in the hole for Yankton. Trying to get a 2-out rally going as they trail by 4 here in the top of inning number 4. That one finds the zone, strike 1. Reichen's going to step out here, readjust the glove. Try to make it work. Steps back in. Platt comes set on the mound. Runner goes for second. High pitch. Throw down. Pulls second baseman Boucher off the bag, and Rugby Reichen's going to steal second. Now a runner in scoring position for Drew Reichen at the plate. That's what Yankton's going to have to do. Get back to their bread and butter if they want to claw back into this. Get on the base paths and cause some havoc. Black fires home 2-1. Hard shot to the third baseman. Rugby Reichen caught in no man's land. It's not going to matter, though, as Drew Reichen is thrown out at first. That ends the top of inning number 4. Yankton trails Harrisburg Gold by 4. It's a 7-3 ball game as Harrisburg looks to add to their lead when we come back in the bottom of the 4th. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament on KYNT and KYN-TV here in Yankton. 7-3 ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the Pro Trap electric hoppers, SureCo has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at sureco.com. Make it SureCo.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hydro Extruded Solutions. Hydro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hydro.com.
We are aluminum.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYN TV. For those of you who may be joining us late for the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament, first of all, where have you been? I'm not offended. I'm just a little disappointed. Second of all, it's a 7-3 ball game. Harrisburg Gold leading Yankton Post 12 in the 2-3 matchup here on day 2, the final game of day 2. It's been an eventful one. 5-run first inning for Harrisburg Gold as that one bounces for Josh Sheldon, gets past Jace McCorkle for a ball. It's been eventful, like I mentioned. 5-run first inning, a run in the second and third as well for Harrisburg, gives them 7 total. 3-run top of the third inning for Yankton, clawed them back in for a moment. This one's a hard ground ball up the middle. Bouncing ball gets past Drew Reichen at short. Could be called a base hit or a fielding error. We'll see on the official score sheet, but no matter how you slice it, it's going to put Jack Riley at first as he continues his sensational playoff run. Came into today's game with a 6 for 8 at the plate over 2 state qualifier games and the state tournament game yesterday. 750 batting average. He has added a hit and a walk, potentially another hit there. First pitch from Josh Sheldon is a ball. Back to the point, it's been very eventful. One of the things that happened in this was the ejection of Cody Oswald for a play at the plate where he dropped his shoulder trying to run through the catcher, Max Carlson. That's a no-no here in Legion baseball, and Cody Oswald was trying to make a play at the plate, and it got him tossed out of the game. And the belief behind that is he will be suspended for tomorrow's game as well. With Yankton trailing right now in a potential elimination game tomorrow, that could be a big piece missing for Yankton. But you can't count your chickens before they hatch. There's still plenty of baseball to be played this evening.
And as you said, not confirmed either.
Has not been confirmed, but I believe that is the rule where if you get thrown out, I know it's in the regular season, if you're thrown out you get suspended for the next game. I assume it would apply to state tournament as well, but I don't have the rule book in front of me. This one sent out to left field here, giving chase to the warning track is Rugby Reichen, but he's going to glove it just in front of the fence on the warning track. As a loud out for Tate Larson as he flies out to Rugby Reichen. That brings up Carter Hoffman, who has a 3 RBI double on the day and flew out to center field in his last at-bat.
The solid contact coming from this Harrisburg lineup, top to bottom. Even the outs have been very long, Braden. Very solid hitting team.
It's weird because the quietest, if so to speak, sound off the bat, the lightest ping, was the home run over the left field fence. That is what Harrisburg Gold has been doing with the aluminum in their hands. As that first pitch is in there for strike 1 from Josh Sheldon to Carter Hoffman. Cohen Cook, the man who hit that home run last inning, is on deck. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, driven hard down the first base line. That's going to get past Lucas Kamshaw for a base hit. Scott Haas fielding it in right field. Runners going for second and third. They're going to go safely to second and third, so that puts 2 in scoring position for the home run hitter, Cohen Cook. Sent one over the left field fence, as we mentioned, just in the last inning. That was the lone run of the third for Harrisburg. They're trying to keep their momentum, their streak going of scoring in every inning. And they got 2 in scoring position with only 1 down here in the 4th.
And we will have a mound visit. Coach Drew Lawrence coming out to talk to the Yankton lineup here. And take this moment, Braden, to thank a few of our sponsors, including Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. And DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. And SureCo, a proud supporter of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. When you need to be sure, Make it Sherco. And finally, Dakota Archery. Visiting the Yankton area, then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. As Yankton breaks off their huddle on top of the mound there, Josh Sheldon still out there, Braden.
Yeah, Josh Sheldon, as you mentioned, still on the mound. Jack Riley on third, Carter Hoffman on second. They did rule that a single for Riley at the start of this inning, so it's 8 for 10 now for Jack Riley in the state playoffs. First pitch here to Cook is over the head of Drew Reichen at short. That's going to score a run. It's probably going to score 2 as Hoffman makes the turn at third. Another 2 on the board. Cohen Cook having himself a day. He's got 3 RBI in the last 2 innings, including a long ball. That a 2 RBI single. We do have word from across the press box right now. They are currently discussing a possible Oswald suspension, so there hasn't been an official ruling made on it.
Yeah, and Mac Reichen can patrol the center field. He did that all spring season, as Cody Oswald doesn't play in the spring. But it's not just his defense. You know, the bat, the speed, and the base paths all would be missed.
We talk about Mac Reichen patrolling center field. He has to give chase to this one. That's just over his shoulder. That's another base hit for Palmer Boyd. His 4th of the game. It's going to be a double. His first extra base hit of the game. 3 singles, 1 double for Palmer Boyd, and it puts runners at second and third with only 1 down in the inning. Nine to 3 your score. 15 hits for Harrisburg Gold. They've been putting the aluminum on the ball tonight. Brings up Max Carlson. Has struck out, lined out, and reached on a fielder's choice so far. Also has a stolen base in this game. First pitch to Carlson from Josh Sheldon. Low and away, ball 1. This Harrisburg lineup, top to bottom, you look at it, everybody has been on base. Almost everybody has a hit as well. Multiple RBIs throughout. It's a lot of different players, a lot of different moving parts that are bringing this team together right now. They are a well-oiled machine for Harrisburg Gold, as it is strike on the outside part of the plate, makes it a 1-1 count for Josh Sheldon to Max Carlson. Sheldon low and away, ball 2 there on that pitch. Bouncing just on the edge of the left-handed batter's box. 2-1 is the count. Max Carlson trying to get on base again. Be the second time today he's been on base. Tegan Muntz in the hole. Maddox Shear on deck. Or flip that. Tegan Muntz on deck. Maddox Shear in the hole. 9 runs, 15 hits, only 1 error on the score sheet for Harrisburg Gold. 3-1 pitch from Sheldon. Check swing there for Max Carlson. Didn't look like he went around, but I don't think it matters. It was called a strike. 3-2, count goes full with runners on second and third. Josh Sheldon doesn't want to walk the bases loaded, but he can't leave an easy ball over the plate as multiple runs could come across. This one, foul tip down the first base line. Decent hands in the first base coaching box to stop that one. We'll redo it for a full count here. Payoff pitch, part 2 from Josh Sheldon to Max Carlson. Muntz on deck, Shear in the hole, Boucher waiting in the wings. That's your 3-4-5 hitters as well for Harrisburg. That one finds the outside zone. Strike 3 to Max Carlson, gets him looking, sets him down, does Josh Sheldon. And that brings up Tegan Muntz. Hanging a backwards K for Josh Sheldon.
Tegan Muntz.
2 down now in the inning. Josh Sheldon trying to strand a couple runners on base. Big swing from Muntz there. Muntz was also trying to get those runners off the bases, but in a different kind of way. Couldn't find a piece of it. The 0-1 windup for Sheldon. Working out of that windup with runners on second and third. That one high for ball 1. In the bottom of inning number 4. Harrisburg has scored in every inning so far. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Now 2 so far in the fourth. Trying to add more is Tegan Muntz. Sheldon taking his time off the mound. Wind up and the pitch. Tries to bend that one into the zone, but can't get the call. Just misses for ball 2, excuse me. 2-1 pitch. Tries to work the outside part of the zone now. That misses as well. 3-1 now for Josh Sheldon. Last thing you want to do is load the bases for the cleanup hitter, Maddox Shear. Got to walk that fine line right now if you are Josh Sheldon. It's a hitter's count for Muntz. We'll see what Sheldon throws to him. 3-1, low and away, ball 4. Muntz takes first base, and that brings up Maddox Shear. The positive spin out of this one for Josh Sheldon in post 12, you got to force it any base with only 2 down. The negative, though, is glaring. You have the bases loaded with the cleanup hitter at the dish for Harrisburg Gold. Get a glimpse into Sheldon's game plan for this at-bat. Shear wasting no time, rips that one down the third base line, but foul through the wickets of the third base coach. This one down the third base line. That's going to get past Matthew Sheldon. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. 2 RBI single for Maddox Shear. 2 more runs on the board. 4 total in the bottom of inning number 4. Yankton now trails Harrisburg Gold 11-3 in this final matchup of day 2 of the 2023 state tournament. That brings up Noah Boucher. 2 for 3 in the game with an RBI, doubled and singled in the first 2 innings. First pitch to him is a ball. We're going to get timeout here. Drew Lawrence wants to go out on the mound, talk to his pitcher, Josh Sheldon. There's another player warming up out in the right field bullpen. Mark Cottle was out there earlier. It looks like Sean Turner was out there throwing a little bit right now. And he's getting word from the assistant coach. I believe that's Trey Creer out in the bullpen with him. That he is going to come in. He comes through the gate. That's going to do it for Josh Sheldon's day. Can't close the door on him yet. There's still runners on base that he will be responsible for. But Sean Turner will get his first action of the state tournament when we come back here on KYNT and KYN TV. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament on KYN TV in Yankton. 11-3. Harrisburg Gold leads Yankton post 12. Sean Turner on the mound as the new pitcher. We'll have more about him when we come back in 30 seconds.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Welcome back in on KYNT. We have musical chairs here on the broadcast for you. I digress. It's the Yankton Post 12 Legion baseball team, Harrisburg Gold Legion baseball team. The 2023 South Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament. I make the joke about musical chairs as we have more changes around on the defensive side for Yankton Post 12. Josh Sheldon's day on the mound is done. Still responsible for a couple runners on base. Sean Turner takes his place on the bump. Josh Sheldon will move back out to third base from the looks of it, with Matthew Sheldon returning to his starting position of second. So basically everything, excuse me, that's not even.
According to live stats, Matthew Sheldon's over at third.
From how they're setting up behind Sean Turner is what I'm going off of, and that is what they're doing.
Yeah, okay.
So Josh Sheldon will be at third. Matthew Sheldon will be at second. This is how they started for the most part.
This is the word problems happening again, Braden. It's math. Well, kind of.
So here we go. We'll flash you back for you to the first inning. When the first inning started, this was the starting lineup outside of Mac Reichen being now in center from right field and Isaiah Skelhaas being in right field from the pitcher's mound. Sean Turner comes in relief, his first appearance in this state tournament in Game 2 for Yankton Post 12. His first pitch is in there for a strike. He came in into a 1-0 count from the looks of it on the board. So he's already in a hole, 1-0 down with 2 runners on. They get a 1-1 count, make it a 2-1 count as that one misses low and away for Turner. Looking at Turner's stats on the year, 19 innings pitched. He's 1-3 when he factors into the decision. 19 strikeouts, 2.42 whip, 7.7 ERA. That inflated by a couple rough outings earlier this year. His 2.82 batting average allowed. We'll see if he can work out of this situation. There are 2 down in the inning. He's got a 3-1 count now to Boucher. No, Noah Boucher wants to add more runs to the board. Oh, he's going to add himself to the base paths as he takes ball 4. That brings up Jack Riley, the hottest bat. And they're all hot right now, but the hottest bat in the Harrisburg Gold lineup.
Number 10, designated hitter, Jack Riley.
And they have batted around here in Yankton, have Harrisburg Gold. Jack Riley led off this inning with a single, trying to do more damage with the bases juiced. First pitch to Riley. That one's high and tight. Matrix maneuver, getting to the ground quick so that one doesn't hit him for Jack Riley. That makes it a 1-0 count. Sean Turner set on the mound, working out of the stretch. With the bases loaded, Riley started to go around. It's called a strike. Not sure if he broke the plane or if it hit the zone. Either way, it's a 1-1 count to Jack Riley. One pitch from Turner. That one gets away. Chase McCorkle, though, with a diving effort behind the plate to save potentially a run from coming across. There's a reason he goes by the Great Wall of Yankton in this press box. The sun has officially set here in Yankton. The floodlights are illuminating the field. That one up and in again to Riley. Not as close as the first pitch of the at-bat, but still a little more than he's comfortable with. 3-1 count now. This is something to think about with this lineup. Jack Riley, we talk about him being the hottest bat in this very hot lineup for Harrisburg. 3-1, he takes it on a ride, maybe gets too far underneath of it and a little late getting the bat head around as that one's fouled on the right field line out of play. We talk about him being the hottest bat in this lineup in the state playoffs. 2 for 2 today with a walk. He came in 6 for 8, so he's 8 for 10 in the playoffs between the state qualifiers and this tournament. He's batting 6th. Shows just how top to bottom deep this Harrisburg Gold lineup is. 3-2 payoff pitch. That one up and in for ball 4. Jack Riley will take first base. The runners will shift station to station. And coming home to score will be Tegan Muntz on the walk. So there's now 12 runs on the board for Harrisburg Gold. They put another run across. We'd have to start discussing the mercy rule. It wouldn't go into effect right away as it's after 5 innings, and this is only the 4th. That one gets away from McCorkle. We might get that run here. Coming from third, diving in head first safely is Maddox Shear. Other 2 runners advance as well, so that puts Noah Boucher at third, Jack Riley at second on the wild pitch. 13-3, Harrisburg leads by 10 over Yankton Post 12.
Yeah, rough situation for Yankton to be in right now. Good experience for Sean Turner on the mound. Obviously, I guarantee Drew Lawrence didn't know if he was going to be using Sean Turner in the state tournament. But, yeah, it's a tough situation. See if Yankton bats can come around just to prevent that mercy rule, as you mentioned, Braden.
They say even the longest journeys start with a single step. It'd be a hard climb back right now for Post 12, but they've got the bats hot in a single inning before. They have to get there first. There's still 2 runners on, 2 down in the inning. That one high and tight behind the head of the batter, Tate Larson. Larson 0 for 2 on the day, but has been on the base paths. He's hit by a pitch in the first inning. Was brought home on a 3 RBI double by Carter Hoffman. That one in there for a strike to Larson. There's a spider in the booth. Thank you, Tell Tanner. Taking care of it.
There was a spider.
Keyword is was. 3-1 pitch. This one popped up by Larson, out of play, sent back over our press box.
We've had great baseball all day today, and that was the hardest hit we've seen today.
Was the spider that was
the
on the
death
wall.
of that spider.
Was. Past tense. No more. Anyway, Tell doesn't like spiders. He wants everybody to know that. 3-2 pitch. Full count for Sean Turner. This one off the inside of the bat. Popped up. It's going to fall in the infield, and Riken can't get his hand on it. Trying to charge it from short, make the play at first. So it's going to be an infield play that scores a run for Harrisburg Gold. Another run comes across, so it's 14-3. They lead by 11-7 here in the bottom of the fourth for Harrisburg. That brings in Carter Hoffman, who's doubled twice, has 3 RBI in this game. Looking to add another one here for the left-handed batter. Hoffman, the 8-hole hitter, with a pair of doubles and 3 RBI in this game. Runner taking off for second. Throw high and away. McCork was able to snag it, but he can't get his body turned for the throw down. 2 runners in scoring position. Excuse me there, as Hoffman's trying to add to his total. Tough time to get the hiccups here in a high-octane inning here. A lot of action for Harrisburg. That one high and away, gets away from McCorkle. Runner coming from third is Jack Riley. He's going to stand up for another base, for another run on the board for Harrisburg. 15-3. They are in control of this one, our Harrisburg Gold. They lead by 12. Still plenty of baseball yet to be played, but as it stands right now, Harrisburg would go on to play Sioux Falls East tomorrow night in the final game of the evening. Yankton, as the score stands, would play tomorrow afternoon against Rapid City.
I believe they would be the 5 o'clock game.
And there have been changes to the lineup, or changes to the schedule for tomorrow. So now tomorrow morning, game 1 will be at 10 a.m., 9:30 pregame on KYN-TV, and then games 2 and 3 tomorrow. This is a 2-0 pitch, gets up and away from McCorkle again into the backstop. Another run's going to come across to score for Harrisburg. Tate Larson working his way around the base pads.
Games 9, 10, 11 if you're looking at the bracket.
9, 10, and 11 if you're looking at the bracket. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were originally scheduled for. I believe it was 12, 2:30, and 5, maybe 6:30.
We're all going to give you a
I digress.
nervous
but it's at 10,
nod of approval.
But it's at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning will be game 1 of day number 3. Then a long break. Game 2 will take place at 5 p.m. with game 3 taking place at 7:30. We're going to get a mound visit here from Drew Lawrence as Carter Hoffman draws the walk on the mound. That brings up Cohen Cook after this mound visit. Take this time to thank a couple of our sponsors. Without them, this broadcast wouldn't be possible. Starting with Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive, as it looks like Sean Turner is done on the mound. And they're signaling out to center field. I think that means Mac Riken. Yankton Thrive is your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. Sherco, proud supporter of 2023 South Dakota American Legion Senior Baseball State Tournament. We need to be sure, make it Sherco. Dakota Archery here, visiting the Yankton area. Then if you're visiting the Yankton area for the state tournament, stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. We're going to go to break here on KYNT, KYN-TV while we figure out the changes in the field. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament on KYNT, KYN-TV in Yankton. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC. And those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today. But if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYN-TV. 2023 American Legion State Baseball Tournament. Mac Ryken on the mound for Yankton Post 12 here. A little bit of a voice crack, but I was going to say I'll ignore it, but obviously I drew attention to it, so what's the point? 3-1 now as that strike hits the inside part of the zone for Mac Ryken. His first pitch appearance on the mound in the state tournament. High fly ball to center field. Right center field. Right fielder calls him off, and that is caught out and right, and that ends the fourth inning, but not before 9 members of the Harrisburg Gold roster come across to score in this one. What an inning for Harrisburg and their bats. That's going to do it here for inning number 4. 9 runs on 6 hits for Harrisburg. Great performance from them. We go to the top of inning number 5 here in Yankton. Should say that Luke Bernardo is out in the field now with Mac Ryken coming in to play pitcher. Luke, Isaiah Skelhaus, and Rugby Ryken are your 3 outfielders. Thank a couple of our sponsors real quick before we go back to break, starting with one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, Hedro. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Olson's Pest, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. And Truxedo. They're looking for you to join their production team. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply. Yankton trails Harrisburg Gold 16-3 in this one. Yankton needs at least 4 runs this inning to keep it alive, or the mercy rule will be enacted. We'll see what they do when we come back on KYNT, KYN-TV. This is the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament in Yankton. Back in 30 seconds.
When you need to be sure, make it SureCo. Smart Trailer from SureCo is still the most complete line of electric accessories for your grain trailer. Smart accessories such as the 4500 Series HD electric tarp, Pro Trap, and Auto Trap electric hopper doors, and the Drive Max Auger Drive Kit from SureCo both offer convenience and peace of mind for operators. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at sureco.com. Make it SureCo.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYN-TV. Cooper Grotenheis up at the plate, the left-handed hitter, as he's pinch hitting here. Big swing there from Coop on the first pitch, but he can't find a piece, strike 1. Looks like there's been a few changes to the Yankton lineup. Try to get those to you as soon as we can. That's number 5 in the on-deck circle for Yankton as I try to get the roster sheet so I can get that name to you. Little meeting on the mound between Plack and his catcher, Carlson. No, excuse me, that's not Carlson behind the plate. There's been a change as well for Harrisburg Gold. We'll get you that as well here. 0-1 pitch to Cooper Grotenheis, popped up, down first base line, out of play. Been texting too many people trying to get back to the official lineups. That's Lincoln McLeod behind the plate now for Harrisburg in place of Max Carlson. At the dish is Cooper Grotenheis. Frankie Intveld on deck for Yankton. This is a grounder to the second baseman. Cooper Grotenheis trying to beat it out. First baseman runs to cover, just beats it in time for Grotenheis. If the first baseman was trying to field that ground ball to second base, was forced to recover back to the bag, and the track star, Cooper Grotenheis, able to beat it out down the first base line for a base hit. That brings up Frankie Intveld. Has not recorded a senior Legion at-bat this season. Frankie Entveld, a key member of the Junior Legion team who begin their state tournament tomorrow. We'll see if he drops back down with them for that tournament. Good luck to the Yankton Post-12 Junior Legion team and all the Junior Legion teams who are competing in that beginning tomorrow afternoon. Entveld with his first Senior Legion at-bat. It's going to be a base hit to left field. It's going to get away from the left fielder as well, but we're going to have runners at first and second for Yankton. Grotenhuis at second, Entveld at first, and that brings up Luke Bernardo taking his first cuts of the state tournament. We have another pinch hitter in the on-deck circle as I see Tyson Prouty taking warm-up swings. First pitch to Bernardo, high and tight, ball one. This one on the ground, chopper. Head coach Drew Lawrence trying to make a play from it from the third base coaching box, but he can't get there in time.
Just out of his reach.
Just out of his reach. Plaque still on the mound here for Harrisburg Gold as he has been the entire game. That one finds the zone to Bernardo for strike number 2. 1-2 count now to Luke Bernardo. Moved into the outfield when Mac Reichen came in to pitch, so if Yankton's able to put 4 on the board, should see him back out in the field. See where everybody else shakes out if that happens. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runners are going to advance to second and third. Puts Grotenhuis on third, Entveld on second. Bernardo set in the box. Big swing there, but he can't get a piece of it for strike 3. Black sets him down for the first out of the inning. 2 runners in scoring position. That'll bring up Tyson Prouty. Excuse me. Looks like they pulled Prouty from the on-deck circle. They're going to keep Mac Reichen out there. Now Prouty moves back into the on-deck circle. At some point, Tyson Prouty is going to hit for this Yankton team as he's back in the on-deck circle. Maybe a mismatch in the line, or a mix-up in the lineup with all the changes being made. That one foul tipped off the bat of Reichen into the catcher's mask of McLeod. Oh, 1 count now to Mac Reichen. Came into pitch last inning. That one outside for a ball. 1-1 count now to Reichen. .30 p.m. on a Wednesday evening here in Yankton at Riverside Field. That one low and away. Another ball to Mac Reichen. This is the final game of the day here on KYN TV. We'll be back 9:30 a.m. pregame tomorrow morning for the 10 a.m. matchup. That is the only matchup that is set between Renner and Brookings. Winner of this game, which currently looking like Harrisburg Gold. Ball gets away from the pitcher, though. Cooper Grotenhuis trying to add a run for Yankton. Post 12 slides in, head first, makes the play. Frankie Entveld trying to get third on the chaos, but he's going to be tagged out for the second out. And Yankton suddenly down to their final out. They still need 3 more runs if they want to avoid the mercy rule. But as I was saying, it looks like Yankton will come up on the losing side of this ball game as they trail by 12. They would play Rapid City Post 22 in an elimination game tomorrow afternoon, while the winner's bracket would come down to the top 2 seeds, Sioux Falls East and Harrisburg Gold. Mac Reichen draws a walk, and Tyson Prouty walks to the plate. Prouty hasn't recorded a Senior Legion at-bat this season. Did get some PT in the spring season for Yankton High School. See what he's got here. Prouty, a big guy, powerful. If he can make contact, he can send the ball on a ride. Takes pitch number 1 for a ball. 1-0 count to Prouty. The 1-0 bounces in front of the plate. Ball number 2. Black on the mound was the starter into his 5th inning of work through 4 2/3. That's pitch number 87. It's a bouncer to the first baseman. This should do it. First baseman gloves it, tags Tyson Prouty on his way to first base. And that will end it here. Mercy rule has been enacted. Harrisburg gold, showing why they came in as the number 2 seed, one of the hottest teams in the state. Both them and Sioux Falls East were on some streaks. And they are the top 2 teams. They will be meeting in the championship bracket tomorrow. The winner of that game will get Friday off and advance to the state title championship Saturday. Yankton will fall to the elimination bracket. They will take on Rapid City Post 22 tomorrow afternoon, trying to keep their state championship hopes alive against the defending state champions, the dynasty themselves, Rapid City. Gonna take a break here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Come back with your Truxedo post-game show. Yankton falls 16-4 here at Riverside Field and they fall into the elimination bracket tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk more in the post-game, as well as hear from head coach Drew Lawrence. Back in a couple of minutes here for the 2023 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament on KYNT, KYN-TV in Yankton. Back in a couple minutes.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome to the Truxedo post-game show. Yankton falls 16-4 in their second game of the state tournament. The 10-run mercy rule did apply. So Yankton's not eliminated out of the state tournament yet. They play Rapid City Post 22 tomorrow in the elimination bracket. If they would lose that game, yes, either team, Post 22 or Post 12, they would be done. But Yankton lives on to continue here in the American Legion State Tournament. We'll have our stats review coming up, but I just saw Coach Drew Lawrence making his way up to the press box, and so we'll give him a moment to get up here, and I will get his headset and everything just ready to go, ready to roll here up in the Fairfield Inn press box. And again, thanks to them, that's where our very own John Winkler is staying in his stay in Yankton, and he's done an excellent job. Really appreciative of the crew making this happen with KYNT-V live coverage of the state tournament. And we will get Coach Drew Lawrence here momentarily. Actually, we'll go ahead and step aside for 1 minute and come back here at the Truxedo Postgame Show.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
And welcome back to the Truxedo Postgame Show. Being joined by Coach Drew Lawrence, our postgame coach interview. All right, Coach, obviously just a rough start to the game. Harrisburg, that's one heck of a lineup top to bottom. Just consistent and solid hitting from Harrisburg Gold.
that's saying it, yeah.
There's only so many ways you can say it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they hit the ball. I mean, they earned every bit of that. You gave up 17 hits, and obviously we didn't start the way we wanted to. Skelly struggled just a little bit. But, you know, it's just the way it works sometimes in baseball. And we got a little unlucky, too. I mean, we hit some balls really hard that they made plays on. And sometimes that just happens, you know?
Yeah, and you talked to your team after the game. Just kind of, you have to give us every word, but kind of the message to the team because you have to rebound quickly. Yankton's not eliminated. Play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rapid City Post 22. Yeah. And a team that you split in the regular season with. So right away, another tough opponent, but every team in the state tournament is tough.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Like, no big deal. Like, we just move on. You just tip your hat. I mean, you give up 17 hits. What are you going to do? So, yeah, we're moving on. The players have a really good mentality. We're going to try and come through to the loser's bracket now. And if, you know, basically the message was if we're able to get to Saturday, the next 3 days are going to be really fun.
Most obvious question I'll ask you this entire state tournament, but how has the heat been the last couple of days? I forgot to ask you yesterday, but we can see on our camera angles the heat actually coming off of the turf.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. We've been playing at night, though, so that helps. Tomorrow will be a little bit hotter playing at 5. So we'll see. But, yeah, it hasn't affected anyone. But, you know, hot's hot.
All right, and then you don't have to share, obviously. Do you have a pitching plan that you'd like to share, or you just have a couple options out there?
Matthew Sheldon will throw.
Okay.
So there was a plan, a long process of plan that we wanted Matthew to throw if we happen to have a loss because he's electric. So we're going to see if we can get out there and do a good job.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. Back in 3 minutes here on the Truxedo Postgame Show.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new VisitYanktonSD.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to VisitYanktonSD.com for the information you need.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota. Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
All right, our stat recap on the Truxedo post-game show. Let's run through the line score. Harrisburg scored 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 9 in the fourth. That's all they needed. Yankton scored 3 in the third and 1 in the fifth. Your final 16-4. Harrisburg out-hit Yankton 17-7. Harrisburg had 2 errors. And then we will just go ahead and go down the Harrisburg lineup. Boyd was 4 for 4, 2 runs. Carlson was 0 for 4, 1 run. And McLeod had an appearance, but no line. Muntz, 2 for 2, 1 run, 1 RBI, 2 walks drawn. Shear, 2 for 3, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Boucher, 2 for 3, 2 runs, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Riley, 2 for 2, 3 runs, 1 RBI, 2 walks. Larson, 1 for 3, 2 runs, 1 RBI. Hoffman, 2 for 3, 1 run, and 3 RBIs and 1 walk drawn. A lot of hits to go through. Yankton, go down their line. It was Rugby Reichen, 2 for 3, 1 run. Drew Reichen, 0 for 1 and a run. Lucas Kampshoff didn't have an official appearance. He walked twice, scored 1 run. Matthew Sheldon, 0 for 1, 1 RBI. Cody Oswald, 1 for 2. And Grotenhuis, 1 for 1, 1 run. Easton Nelson came in. He did bat. 0 for. I don't know if he bat. Hey, Tell, I'm going to bring you in on the broadcast. Do you remember if Easton Nelson bat?
Oh, hello, hi. How are you? How you doing? Hi.
I'm going through my
Good
stats.
Wednesday evening. Hello, hi. I was fully ready for this. What's up?
Easton Nelson. Do you remember if he had an official plate appearance? I don't think exactly. Okay, you know what? He's 0 for 0 on the stat sheet, but he did come in and play second base. So he was in the game.
Amazing job there. All right, well, goodbye now.
Appreciate it, buddy. And so Sean Turner came in to pitch, but didn't have a plate appearance. Cooper Grotenhuis, 1 for 1, 1 run. Luke Bernardo, 0 for 1. And Frankie Invelt making his debut, 1 for 1. Mac Reichen, 1 for 2, 2 RBIs and a walk drawn. Samuel Kampshoff, 0 for 1. Isaiah Skelhaas, 0 for 1. Tyson Proudy, 0 for 1. Jason McCorkle, 1 for 2. And Josh Sheldon, 0 for 2. Left on base for Yankton, 6. Left on base for Harrisburg, 8. That is your stat recap. We'll take one last break, come back, and wrap things up here from Riverside Field, the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament, Yankton.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC. And those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today. But if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
When you were younger, what did you dream of doing for a living?
Was it to be an engineer, a machinist? How about a mechanic?
Maybe work for a worldwide company. Well, we can make your dream a reality right here in Yankton.
You're a click away with Hedro Extruded Solutions. Hedro is in 40 countries, with Yankton being the second largest in the U.S. with a family of 420 employees.
Take the leap to become a part of our family today.
Where opportunities begin at your fingertips. Go to jobs.hedro.com.
We are aluminum.
If you're a visitor to the Yankton area, maybe camping at the lake or fishing on the river, we welcome you. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. And if you want to know what's going on around Yankton while you're here, search out the new visityanktonsd.com website. It features everything from shopping, dining, lodging, area attractions, recreational opportunities, and upcoming events. Visiting the Yankton area? Then go online to visityanktonsd.com for the information you need.
And welcome back to the Truxedo Postgame Show. Let's run over your schedule for tomorrow. We'll start. Remember, these games got moved, so I'm not going to give you the old times. I'm not going to confuse you. Here's your new game times for tomorrow. There is 3 games. The first game of the day will be a 10 a.m. first pitch, 9:30 p.m. or a.m. Wow, 9:30 a.m. pregame on KYN TV. That'll be Renner taking on Brookings in the elimination bracket. Loser of that game is eliminated from the state tournament. And then Rapid City and Yankton, Rapid City Post 22 and Yankton will face off in game number 10 overall, game number 2 tomorrow. That is a 4:30 p.m. pregame, 5 p.m. First pitch. And again, that one will be on KYN TV and KYNT radio coverage as well. And then it is Sioux Falls East taking on Harrisburg Gold in the winner bracket. I say winner bracket because if one of those teams loses, they're not done. They just go and join the other teams in the elimination bracket. And so game number 11, or 3 overall tomorrow, begins 7 p.m. pregame on KYN TV, and 7:30 is scheduled first pitch. So one last time, because if you're like me, you like to hear things just once through in order without any interruptions. Renner Brookings, 10 a.m. Rapid City Post 22, Yankton, 5 p.m. Sioux Falls East and Harrisburg, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Riverside Field, Day 3 of the 2023 American Legion Baseball State Tournament on KYN TV. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you to Braden Butler, John Winkler, Tel Tanner, Trevin Reichlich, Hope Lesher, our KYNT studio producer, all of our sponsors that have really bought into this state tournament being a success and just fun for everyone. It's been an incredible 2 days of baseball and community support here at Riverside Field. And if I'm missing anyone, I sincerely apologize. I'm sure I know I am. That's the danger, Tell, when you start thanking people, you're always going to forget someone. But we'll see you tomorrow here from Riverside Field. This has been Post 12 Legion Baseball on KYTV.
Thank you for watching KYN TV's coverage of the 2023 South Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Be sure to tune in to the next game from Riverside Field.
Hi, my name is Paula. Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson. Hey, my name is Cy Williams. I am extrusion supervisor. I've been working at Hedro for about 10 years now. The reason I like working at Hedro is for the challenges and the opportunities to step up. I first started off in Hi, my name is Paula. Hello, my name is Nicole Johnson.
Hey, my name is Cy Williams.
I am extrusion supervisor. I've been working at Hedro for about 10 years now. The reason I like working at Hedro is for the challenges and the opportunities to step up. I first started off in packing, and I was able to move myself up within the first 5 years. I believe it's a great place to work at.
I've been working here since 2011. I really like working for this company here. The department I work in here is dye repair. I've been a dye corrector for like maybe 4.5 years. I love it. I love the people. When we work here, we work safe. We work together as a unit.
I worked here at Hedro approximately 4 months now. I am the plant machinist. Everybody I work with is fantastic. Total mutual respect with all the employees around here. A lot of people are 45-year employees, so to have a company with that many people that are 20, 30, and 40 years, they have to be doing something right.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Visiting the Yankton area? Then stop at the premier outfitter for the shooting sports, Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports. If you use it to hunt, you'll find it and more at Dakota Archery. Their store features archery equipment and guns from the leading manufacturers, plus all the gear you need to go with it. Clothing, boots, bags, caps, gloves, ammo, arrows, and more.
Open every night till 8. Dakota Archery and Outdoor Sports, East Highway 50, Yankton, South Dakota.
For over 100 years, DeSmit Farm Mutual has been South Dakota's insurance company, providing farm, home, and auto insurance. Families, farmers, and ranchers look to us during good times and bad because of our commitment to our communities, neighbors, and rural lifestyle. While we utilize the most advanced technology, provide the most progressive insurance policies, and offer bundle packages that save you money, DeSmit hasn't forgotten that the most important job is protecting what's important to you. Go online to DeSmitFarmMutual.com to find an agent near you. DeSmit Farm Mutual Insurance, serving South Dakota from South Dakota.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
SureCo is the largest manufacturer of quality tarp and containment systems. With a corporate office in Yankton and 9 service centers, we will meet your tarping and containment needs. Gear up for harvest with our smart trailer line. SureCo's smart trailer electric accessories help you do the job faster, easier, and safer with increased productivity. When you need to be sure, make it SureCo.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL